With the 15th overall pick in the 2024 MLB Draft, the Seattle Mariners selected switch pitcher Jurrangelo Stanton out of Mississippi State. You heard that right, he's a switch pitcher. He tops out at 99 from the right side, and he tops out at 95 from the left side. He is officially the first switch pitcher in MLB history to be taken in the first round of the draft. As you might imagine, his special talent requires a special glove. This is his custom Wilson with 6 fingers.
If Seattle gives you the opportunity to choose what you want to do, would you like to continue throwing both or pick one?
I will continue to do both.
While evaluators say that he has a higher upside from the right side of the mound, this is a very intriguing get for the Seattle Mariners, especially with a franchise that is known to develop quality pitching. Logan Gilbert, drafted in 2018, just made his first All-Star game. George Kirby, drafted in 2019, was an All-Star in 2023 and is on a historic pace for strikeout to walk ratio. Emerson Hancock, drafted in the first round in 2020. And then Bryce Miller and Brian Wu, both drafted in the 2021 MLB Draft, and the Mariners are in the spot they are today because of this pitching development. So let's get into the background of Jurrangelo Stanton and exactly what you can expect for this new Mariners prospect. But first off, this video is sponsored by myself, the Couch GM, Connor Webb, and my mortgage business. It's my goal to help sports fans across the Pacific Northwest get into a home and watch their favorite team in the living room of their choice. So if you or someone you know is thinking of buying, selling, or refinancing, reach out to myself, the Couch GM, or visit brokerconnorwebb.com to hit a home run with your mortgage financing needs. Now, let's get into it. Jurrangelo was born in the Netherlands in Europe, where his dad played professional baseball as a catcher. They would then move to Curacao when he was a kid, which is a small island off the north shore of Venezuela. He would start playing baseball when he was just 6 years old, and although Jurrangelo was naturally born a lefty, he saw his dad throwing from the right side and wanted to play catcher, so forced himself to start throwing with his right arm as well. Believe it or not, he was naturally a left-handed hitter as well, and he's actually a switch hitter on top of being a switch pitcher. You may remember seeing highlights of Jurrangelo pitching in the Little League World Series back in 2016. He was striking out guys from both sides of the plate even back then. Until when he was 16 years old, his family would move to Miami, Florida, where he would begin playing high school baseball. As a senior in high school, he was ranked as the number 34 overall prospect, the number 1 switch pitcher, as you might imagine, and he would commit to playing at Mississippi State. Apparently in high school, he was up to 96 with a power curveball right-handed, and more so upper 80s with command from the left side at 5'11", 176. He did, however, attend the MLB Draft Combine back in 2022 and was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 18th round of that year's draft. Except he was drafted as a shortstop by the Brewers. His freshman year at Mississippi State as a pitcher only in 2023, he would make his first collegiate start against Louisiana Monroe, where he would strike out 7 batters while allowing 1 hit and 1 walk over 4 innings pitched. Over his first year in college, he would make 14 appearances, 13 starts. He would pitch a team-high 50 innings on the season, leading the team with 63 strikeouts on the year. Opponents had a .238 batting average against, and he had 6 games with 5 or more strikeouts. His sophomore year at Mississippi State, he would start 16 games and would tie for the most wins in the pitching staff with 8. He finished with an 8-2 record through 90 2/3 innings, had 113 strikeouts, which was the most on the team and 5th in the SEC. 40 of his 113 strikeouts were looking, which were second most in the SEC. He would enter the 2024 MLB Draft as a 21-year-old, and the rest is history. He's been getting compared to Marcus Stroman due to his size, but with Marcus Stroman at 5'7" and Jurrangelo at 5'11", I don't really get that comp. As for what you can realistically expect from Jurrangelo in the near future, he might be a guy that can make an impact on the big league roster at some point later next year out of the bullpen. I mean, imagine a switch pitcher coming out of the bullpen. However, in the same light, there's also the chance that he can make an impact out of the starting rotation if the Mariners were to end up trading one of their guys in the rotation at some point next year. I don't know exactly what the Mariners' plans are for if he's going to be pitching from the right side or the left. He would like to go from both sides, but realistically, evaluators say that the right side is his biggest upside. So we might see him stick to the right side at some point in his career. Also, for those of you that are genuinely curious, I've seen some comments stating why didn't the Mariners draft hitting right now when the Mariners' current big league offense is struggling. The MLB Draft is not meant to bolster the current big league roster. The big league roster is taken care of by signing and trading for guys. The draft is to build out the farm system for the future. The Mariners have drafted bats in the prior few years, and some of their top prospects are on the offensive side. They currently have a lack of depth in the starting rotation and pitching depths of their farm system. So that is why you notice that with these first 2 picks, they went with Durangelo and Ryan Sloan, 2 pitchers instead of offensive guys. If you have any additional questions, please comment below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.